Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
Hi, I'm Chili Dilly, the personality pick.
Yum, yum.
Hi, I'm Chili Dilly, the personality pickle. Packed in a jar for the freshest flavor. Served cold in a sack for you to savor. So dainty to eat, no muss, no fuss. An ideal snack for all of us. Crisp, tender, and tasty with a bit of spice. Buy one now. Taste how nice. Snack bar clerks will knock themselves silly, speeding your order for a real chili dilly. Hi, I'm Chili Dilly, the personality pickle. Packed in a jar for the freshest flavor. Served cold in a sack for you to savor. So
They signed me up for this. So yeah, I'm just putting that out there.
Yep.
Follow me.
Right this way.
Oh my God. Who is that?
It's like you.
Shut up!
Right this way.
I don't know how I feel about this. It's too quiet. I don't like that. No way. No way! This is so much. Where did you go? Whoa! 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 Hey. Hey now. Relax. Alright, that was kind of out of pocket, Mo. I have a minute to recover. Excuse me. I didn't want to be here in the first place. What? I have a chair, dude. I have a chair! Stay there. Stay there. I said, stay. What? Dude. Get out! Ow! Stop throwing books. That's my thing. Look, she didn't even bring it. I'm not crying. Are you crying? You need to stop with the book. It's obviously boring you. Ugh, Jesus. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. No, dude, what?
Bruh.
I saw him, I looked at him, and he looked at me. No, sir? Hey! Whoa, relax. All right, if you get too close to me, I will hit you with a dictionary, like no cap. I really won't. Hey, whoa! I'm gonna damage school property. It's gonna be a bad vibe. You're doing great, by the way. All right, don't do that. You wanna go first? No, actually let me go. Do I wanna die first? Not really. Whoa! I don't wanna see! Relax with the chair, dude! No way. Listen. How do you think I feel? I don't, what? I don't like this. Because I know she left her chair. Why are you so close? Bro. I'm gonna literally hit you. You stay there. We're gonna have like a mutual respect. Are you okay? She's not okay. It's fine. It's fine. She's not okay. Time to go. Okay. All right. That's it. What is that?
Jesus Christ. What?
I can't believe you. Hold on.
What are you talking about, Keisha?
Check your phone.
Ah, no. It's nobody. It's nobody at all. Don't even worry about it. That wasn't me.
What? That is absolutely mind-boggling, Steve. So I made a mistake to trust you and let you go to the party? Oh my God. Okay. I didn't know that nobody's a star. Is that her last name? Huh.
Okay. Be that way then. Yeah, I'll make sure to change my address.
Wow, that's your answer? Shit.
Oh, hold up. Before you blame everything on me, ask yourself this. Why didn't you come to the party? You know, you knew about it, 1-2 weeks in advance, and every time I asked you about it, it was always, oh, I have a headache, oh, I don't feel well, oh, I don't know how I'll feel around them. So I went to the party, and, what happened, so you could have come. Could have came, whatever. Wait, no. Alright, I might have not meant it like that. You don't have to. It's my dog. Wait, Keisha, no, Keisha!
My face is the front of shop. My face is the real shop front. My shop is the face I front. I'm real when I shop my face. Is the front of shop.
I don't watch much live action TV, or current TV, but I'm a huge Impractical Jokers fan. For the uninitiated, Impractical Jokers is a hidden camera prank TV show shot primarily in New York City, created and acted out by 4 lifelong friends who grew up on Staten Island. They do a lot of bits in Central Park, Washington Square Park, and Manhattan. I was looking back at all the locations they've shot in, and realized that a lot of these spots were in the 2000 Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. Thinking about it more, I was really thinking that a lot of TV and animation in particular use New York as a backdrop. In the realm of American animation and comics, the urban Northeast serves as a distinct backdrop. The mid-level brick building is sort of an easy-to-draw, but also unique identifier of the setting. There are obviously more cities in America outside the eastern seaboard that have this sort of architecture, but I think that these cities lack the endless sprawl of New York. On top of that, I think the limitless imagination of animation and the lack of a horizon line really capture the scale of New York or any of the larger East Coast cities like Philly or Baltimore. There's a sense that you could really spend days exploring these places, which is captured by these simple but endless structures that surround the characters. Within the medium that inspired a lot of modern animation, American comics have a lot of history in New York. New York City was where Marvel founders Jack Kirby and Stan Lee not only grew up, but would have become the home for most of their characters. Non-hero comics like Nancy and Heathcliff came from creators from the Northeast as well. Archie's primary creator, John Goldwater, grew up in New York City, while its foundational artist, Bob Montana, moved to Massachusetts for his high school career. Looking at the history of creators and their backgrounds in animation, there is a change in the parts of America that have been showcased. There is still the endless urban landscape in animation, but over time, these settings have been more diverse. The Simpsons stands out for having such a detailed and long-developed setting, but the city of Springfield has never been given a definitive location. The vagueness of The Simpsons comes down to its purely American suburban backdrop and its Oregon-born creator, Matt Groening. The identifiable locations of Springfield are not really tied to just one real-life counterpart. The statue of the founder of Springfield, Jebediah Springfield, is the sort of monument that can be seen in any historic figure who's been made into a memorial. The houses, stores of Springfield are all mainly regular places that can be found in any city. Mike Judge, of King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead fame, was raised in Texas. His experiences there would be the basis of the characters and settings of his two most well-known shows. King of the Hill does not try to hide its setting. There are many references and episodes dedicated to Texas. The Cowboys are mentioned frequently, such as Coach Tom Landry being the namesake of the local middle school. Accents are also a distinct part of King of the Hill's identity. Boomhauer, in particular, rambles with a certain fast-talking mumble and twang.
Man, it's dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about blue, red, man, then you get to one side, and then you like mess up the other side, man.
Getting into more recent iterations of American animation, none really captures a specific city like We Bare Bears. We Bare Bears is set in San Francisco, uniquely being a West Coast-based show with redwoods and other sort of California signature identifiers. It is neat seeing a different kind of urban environment, especially one with such an explicit location and identity. As time goes on, I'd say there will be more creators of interesting backgrounds that are going to showcase their distinctive hometowns and communities. Animation creates the unique ability to capture something from memory and creativity. While there's the clear application of capturing fantasies and unreal worlds with this kind of creativity, you can also recreate what's been lost and preserve your own personal experience.
My face is the front of shop. My My face is the front of shop. My face is the real shop front. My face is the front of shop. My face is the real shop front. My shop is the face I front. I'm real when I shop my face. front of shop.
Hola señores, estoy aquí en mi casita. En a few minutes ya estoy yéndome para la radio station. Así que bueno, today is a Monday. Aquí en Viva la Juventud, premios Viva la Juventud en Manhattan, New York, invitada de honor, así que a disfrutar y a conocer un poquito más de lo que a mí me gusta y de lo que a ti te encanta. Hi everyone, my name is Adriana Rodriguez and I want to tell you that if you're interested in media communications, you need to participate in Workshop Griffin PR. It's your best option to communications. Go ahead. Hi everyone, right now I'm finishing my work at the radio. It's 10:03. I usually in around 10 o'clock, something a little bit early. And I will go to ship one of my clients because I also work on a Royal Prestige that is a company of products for kitchen. So I will go with my client to give some stuff and introduce some money. And then I will go back to my house to be ready to go to the college.
We've been getting to the afatitos, done a couple shots, couple fritos. Halftime, but it's not the freak show. We don't need clothes, chicos. Baby, tell me where'd you get the chicos. You're in front of cause I do Kikos. And I heard you got nothing chiquitico. Ay, qué rico. And yo te vi viendo mi culito.
Hi, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jake.
And today we'll be talking about the COP27, otherwise known as the Conference of the Parties. And the reason we are talking about this is because it is very interesting, considering that there was a lot of breakthroughs and information that was said during this conference compared to the other ones that have happened in previous years.
So yeah, this conference had some interesting things happening in it. Over 190 countries attended it, and the main sort of gist of this conference was smaller countries that have been affected by larger companies' emissions of fossil fuels and things like that. They are being affected by climate change, and they're angry at these bigger, wealthier countries because in previous COP events, they agreed on a 1.5 degrees Celsius goal to keep the temperatures at, and these other bigger countries aren't making enough of an effort because it's not affecting them as much as the smaller countries. So the smaller countries are fed up with these larger countries just not caring.
So, for example, well, what we're really talking about here is that larger countries really need to keep their ambition up when it comes to agreeing to this and keeping the 1.5 degrees Celsius rule that they all have agreed on. And a lot of the smaller countries were really worried about that their ambition is not up to par. And for example, the countries were asked to update their national climate targets before this year's COP27, and only a fraction of nearly the 200 parties that attended did so, which really shows that the ambition between the larger countries and the smaller countries have a fine line, showing that the larger countries really don't respect that ambition and they aren't really respecting the smaller countries and how it's taking damage on them, which gives the smaller countries that have a reason of being so mad at larger countries, since they're really a main factor of climate change, and that climate change is affecting smaller countries. And so what they did is that they came up with a loss and damage fund that created for that smaller countries were able to get money to help provide for their countries, since bad things were happening to them through climate change that they didn't actually affect. And again is why they are so mad at these larger countries.
Yeah, and I think this fund, this loss and damage fund, was a really big thing to come out of this conference, because it is a win for these smaller countries. If a natural disaster happens to them and they lose large parts of their cities, large amounts of damage, this fund can help them with rebuilding, and they've never had this before. So I think this is a big win, but they're still angry about the larger countries' like lack of trying. And I mean, this fund is only it's still small. It won't be set for several years. It's still in the planning phase.
Right. So this fund isn't just going to be put into place. It has several years before the fund will be put into action, because again, it's really just a roadmap for planning. Well, there's lingering questions like when it comes to this fund, and as Jake said, it's really just about who will oversee the fund and how it will be dispersed and to whom. And this is a big question, obviously, because there's going to be a lot of money poured into this fund, and this will 100% take several years to understand who's going to really fulfill this fund and help these smaller countries and rebuilding, considering that a lot of this damage has not been because of them. Like, it's because of these larger countries. And a main example is like China. I know China agreed to the 1.5 degrees Celsius rule, but they were one of the main factors contributing to this climate change and to the damage overall really had from the small countries. And when it comes to the fund was also resisted by some countries, including even our country. And that's why it's such a breakthrough that now that the fund is actually happening and is being brought into place. Even though it won't be over several years, the fund will happen since everybody has agreed upon it among the COP27, which is a huge breakthrough and why the COP, this conference, was so important and so big. Yeah, so we this topic really does interest us, and we love finding new information on it, and we cannot wait to see what happens further in the future when it comes to this fund and how countries feel about other countries. And we will definitely keep researching this topic and making sure we're well aware of what's going on, especially since it includes us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Emily Sekerak. I'm here with Coach Connolly of the women's basketball team. Thank you for joining us today. What are the best things about coaching the women's basketball team here at Chestnut Hill College?
I would say the players and the coaching staff that I get to work with on a daily basis. They get along with each other and they come to practice every day with a great mentality, and they work really hard. So being on the floor with the staff and players every day is what I enjoy the most.
Being last year's Coach of the Year, do you think your achievement gained more respect among other coaches in the league?
Maybe. We have a really good team with a lot of talent, so I got that award because we have a really good group of players who play well together. They do what's asked of them and they work really hard every day, so it makes my job and our assistant coach's job much easier when you have a team full of talented players.
Awesome. How are you changing things up for this upcoming season?
I don't think we're going to change up too much. We have a lot of players back from a team last year that won 24 games and made the NCAA tournament, so we're really just trying to build off of that experience with a lot of the talent that we have back and try to build on last year's success.
All right, thank you for joining us today, and I wish you and your players luck on this upcoming season.
Thanks, Emily.
What is one thing the school doesn't know about the women's basketball team?
I think one thing that people don't know about us is how great our team chemistry is on and off the court. We have people that are 23 years old and we have girls that are 18 years old, which can be a big divide, but I feel like that does not stop us at all. We're closer than ever.
Over there, Morgan Austin stepped in. Great. Together on three. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Welcome to Clean My Bathroom with me at Chestnut Hill College Fournier dorm room. This is what we're working with. I share it with one suite mate, and I'm going to be cleaning it today. I start with the sink. I remove everything from the surface and the little shelves above it, and I use this Comet cleaner that you can find at the Dollar Tree, and I just wipe it down with paper towels. It cleans and disinfects, and it works pretty well. I use it for just about everything in the bathroom. Next I go in with Scrubbing Bubbles toilet bowl cleaner and put it around the entire toilet bowl. And then while that's sitting, I go back in with Comet for the seat of the toilet bowl and the handle and the trash can. Wipe that down with paper towels. After that's been sitting for a couple minutes, I grab the toilet bowl brush and scrub the entire bowl. everything up from the cabinet so I can wipe down the shelf. Next, I use this utility cleaner for the mirror so no streaks are left behind. I give the sink and toilet one last wipe with disinfecting wipes to make sure no germs are left behind. The right supplies to fully clean the shower, so for now I'm just going with Lysol on the shower head and handle. Then I'll put everything back on the sink because I'm done with that section. And I'll move on to the window area, giving it a good spray with Comet and wiping it down with paper towels once again. Then I'll put the baskets back where they belong and I'll be moving on to the floor. First, I shake the rug out and remove everything from the floor, and then I go in with the broom and sweep every little crack and crevice, collect the dirt into the dustpan and empty it into the trash can. And I'm going to put a new trash bag in because that one was pretty full, and put everything back where it belongs. I go in with one more disinfectant wipes to wipe down high-touch areas like the light switch, doorknobs, and the hook that I put my towel on when I'm in the shower. Last but not least, I switch the towels out for fresh towels, and I'm done. This is the finished product. Thank you so much for watching.
between the training, the grit, and just the fun of it. I mean, there's just nothing can like describe it. I mean, it's just like challenging yourself, like being able to like really see improvement, like, in my opinion, better than you can see in any other sport, because it's completely objective. Like, you either get faster or you don't. I mean, the sense of pride and accomplishment that you get after a PR or finishing a race, it's unbeaten in my opinion. Socially, like the friends I've gotten out of it, I mean, Owen, Trey, Chris, Jason, like these are some of my best friends, and they will remain that way forever because we've been through like feels like hell and back together. I mean, not to mention the benefits it has for your physical and mental health. I think that everybody should try an endurance athletics because it's just like nothing can beat the feeling of it. So training, this is like one of the most like, I say like personalized versions of running. So personally for me, I love the Jack Daniels formula. This was designed and created by an exercise psychologist, Jack Daniels, of course. The program is based on the principles of periodization, which involves systematically varying the intensities and volume of training to maximize performance and reduce the risk of injury. Injuries are a big thing in endurance athletics because we are pushing our bodies to its absolute limit almost every day, and we do not necessarily get an off season because if you take more than 2 weeks off, you lose aerobic fitness, and the whole point is building and growing your aerobic capacity. So the program is designed to help runners of all levels, from beginners to experienced athletes, improve their running performance. It involves a combination of endurance training, speed work, strength training, and is structured in 4 phases: the base phase, the build phase, the peak phase, and the race phase. So currently I'm entering my winter season to prepare for my outdoor track season. So I'm entering my base phase where I'm trying to build a base to start out with my fitness. So currently I'm going to be operating at around 40 miles this week, and then I'm building, once I get to the build phase of course, to 80 miles. I maintain that in the peak phase, I maintain 80 miles a week up until the race phase, where I'll drop down on the race week in what's called a taper. And this involves just dropping mileage and intensity while keeping the intensity high in order to peak your aerobic capacity. So there's many different forms of training in endurance athletics. However, the Jack Daniels running formula is my personal favorite and what I've been operating under at my time at Chestnut Hill College under Coach Ian Hankins and Coach Maria Stickley. Yeah. So you guys might be questioning why I do this. And the truth is, you're just gonna have to come along the journey and find out why we endure.
She can't ride with me in public. 80% these hoes trash, my bitch nag, but she ain't fucking. I ain't going out like no sucker, I'm in my bag, I'm in my duffel. A lot of you niggas was the one that went out bad like David Ruffin. A lot of you. She can't ride with me in public. 80% these hoes trash, my bitch nag, but she ain't fucking. I ain't going out like no sucker, I'm in my bag, I'm in my duffel. A lot of you niggas was the one that went out bad.
He's getting nervous now.
Nervous now?
Has 1 point. 1 point. What the?
What's up, Pops?
What's up, son?
Good?
You already know. You know how we do, baby.
Chillin'.
Happy Thanksgiving, chillin'. You know, I'm full right now. I just ate with my whole family.
Yeah, sir.
I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Life is good. I got my kids, my mom, my nephews and nieces around.
Big day, man.
We can't complain. We're here, baby.
Coolin', chillin'.
We're here, baby.
Chillin'. Stuff. What's going on here, bro?
Bumbucker!
Watching, bro.
I don't worry about it.
That's what you do?
It's really easy.
Look at my great feet.
That's my guy right here.
Great feet. Pop, what you got on your feet, Pops?
What's up?
What you got on your feet right here?
You see them, right? You see them, right? Fresh and so clean. You can't fuck with these. You know how I do, baby. Come on.
What you got on your feet, bro? What you got on your feet, bro? What you got on your feet, bro? Feet, bro. What you got on your feet, bro? What you got on your feet?
Oh God.
So where we going?
So motherfucking brick.
So where we going?
Go to Boston. Get some money. See our pops. Get some food. Yeah.
That's what we what?
Do.
Indeed.
My God. My God.
So we pulling up?
Hey, we weren't supposed to be parking here, but
It don't matter anyway. Fresh cutty. You know me, man. Oh, focus up, bro. Focus up. There we go. Ooh. Yo, kid. Hey, when it does this. Like, focus on me. The main objective here. Me. There we go. Budget.
Bumbucker!
So Cardinal Camera was a business started in 1937 by my grandfather. It was called Selig Studio. He was a professional photographer and loved capturing memories of immigrants coming over, weddings, things like that. And then in the 1960s, my father took over. It was pretty much bankrupt, struggling mom and pop store, and he really built it into what it was called Cardinal Camera then. And then I came in the business in 1990, third generation owner, and we built the stores now into 4 locations. And Cardinal Camera it's a wonderful story, but it's also a wonderful needed business. We capture memories, we print pictures, we do different transfers, save people's memories for life. And so during, leading into the pandemic, and especially during the pandemic, we were a very needed business because people were bringing their memories to us. People were, passing away. We were doing multiple slideshows and blow-ups and canvas prints and different things for people's funerals. And so, it was very sad, but also very needed business to capture and help people preserve their memories. Very tough because we were labeled non-essential, so they said, shut your doors. And I'm like, oh my word, what were you going to do? We didn't know we were going to survive, we were going to make it. So we did the different PPP loans and things like that, but we actually reinvented our business. We worked outside a bunch in Lansdale. We had like pods and things like that. And then I had all the stores' phones funneled to me. So any customers would call, I would answer the phones. We would do mail order online. We would do curbside pickup. We would ship to the customers. We may even deliver to their house. We did anything possible to make sales and to, help people out. People would drop off stuff out of their car in our parking lot. I would go pick it up, then I would get it, digitized or developed for them, and then I would deliver it back to their car, things like that. So it was a very rough time, but it also, we kind of adapted and found new ways of business.
Well, can you talk to me a little bit about like the Masked Man? Because I know you did a lot of those videos.
So that was like a really fun thing. So what happened was I found a new way to communicate to my customers. I woke up one morning and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make this character called the Masked Man. We're all wearing masks, so I'm gonna wear a mask and I'm gonna call myself the Masked Man, and I'm gonna say, hey, come see the Masked Man and get a great deal. So I created this thing called the Masked Man, and it just kind of blew up on social media. Customers loved seeing me as the owner, communicating with them on a weekly basis, and I would come up with different specials. And so I kind of like created this character, and now to today, I still do a lot of videos. I love them.
Would you say you have a favorite one that you've done so far?
I don't know, I have so many of them. Last year I'd sung the 12 Days of Christmas. I did some crazy videos with like things popping in the air. So it's hard to say a favorite one, but there's a lot of different ones I did. Were fun to do.
Do you have any other methods that you use?
We developed this widget on our website that people can communicate to me, and it says text Kurt or call Kurt. So most people text. And so they go into cardinalcamera.com and they click on the button, and it texts right to my cell phone, and I can start communicating to the customer via text. And customers love it. I've made numerous sales, communicating right away back to the customer what is needed, what their question is. I answer the question, and it really actually built our business and made us thrive even more, and really grew the business by me communicating to the customers.
So I know you just said that your business really thrived through that, but like, what struggles did you have to go through with like your workers not wanting to work, with the wages and everything else?
Well, at first, we shut down, then everyone was getting some extra unemployment, so it was very difficult having all my employees come back, and we were on limited staff, which created more stress on me. I ended up working longer hours, but I also found more ways of communicating to customers via the text, via my videos, and it actually, our business increased slightly in 2020, but then it boomed in 2021. Like just really, really grew, and people were getting into photography, and they're getting into videos, and getting into lighting, and all kinds of different things. But we adapted and allowed us to really grow our business.
So to end with this, do you have any lessons that you learned from the pandemic, with all the challenges that you faced? Like, you know, as like an owner, it's like really hard to...
Well, I would say that my biggest lesson really was, I don't know if I was necessarily communicating with my customers. I was, you know, maybe in the office a lot, or I was, you know, we send email out, things like that. But I think I learned that customers love talking to the owner. They love seeing the owner. They love getting deals from the owner. And so it really taught me to get out, talk to my customers, send videos to my customers, you know, and communicate with my customers. And it really built the business to a very high level.